All right, Chad and I are out here actually fishing before front, and the bite's been slow in the morning, but it's picked up now. As you can see, Chad is hauling again. As soon as he hits the bottom out here, they're eating it.
Just got 8.
Oh, come on, man. Stupid dolphin. And we're having issues with dolphins, but it's a little chilly out here. Not too bad, but I know this coming weekend's going to be a little tough. Bait is still on the flats. The water temperature is at 73 right now. This morning is at 72 on the flats. We were able to catch a ton of bait. I don't know if it's going to move off by this weekend. It might, simply because that water temperature is going to probably drop into the 60s. And so you might have to start looking for bait deep. And so that would be my recommendation. I probably would stay off the water on Saturday, and I'll go over that on the Friday fishing forecast. And because I know we're not fishing on Saturday. So, so we're out here during the week. Chad's got Thursdays and Fridays off for the rest of the year, so we're going to try to utilize that a little bit. Right, Chad?
Yes, sir. Fish more often. Fish, whatever it is.
Forgot your tagline, man.
The more you fish, the more you catch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And I just want to say thanks to everybody that came out to the seminar last night. There was a lot of people there, and I really appreciate everybody that came up and talked to me and introduced themselves. And it's really a pleasure to meet people, new friends, and you know, and for them to tell me that they're taking our techniques, putting them to good use, and actually catching fish. That's what this is all about. That's why we do this, is because we want to help people go out and experience what we experience. And so we really appreciate the support, but we're going to get back to fishing. What we're doing is we're using whitebait right now. We're using pinfish, but I only got a couple hits. But we're hooking that whitebait right on the top of the head, just like that. Sitting in 50.5 feet of water. 50 and a half. We're on a ledge in the middle of the channel, and he already got it. Get a bear jig. Doubled up. Gag, here's the gag. Got mine. They're feisty today. Doubled up. Orange jig head, green jig head. It doesn't matter. Stiffening up on you. But as soon as it's getting to the bottom, these fish are on it. Just for giggles, I'm going to try a pinfish.
Get a real one.
Get a real one. I don't want to get a real one. I don't have my big pole set up. I don't want to get embarrassed. What's happened is this boat has kind of slid off the area that we were fishing, so I'm probably going to have to readjust the boat. We only slid maybe 15 feet, maybe, and that's how fast it could stop. Because if you just slide off that spot just a little bit, especially if there's smaller spots that you're fishing, you'll stop getting bit. And that's exactly what's happened to us. We literally, the tide picked up just a little bit, and the boat just, the wind's going one way, the tide's going in this way, so the boat is adjusting itself with the tide. So it's sliding like this, and so that's gotten us off the spot. So I'm probably going to have to readjust this and get us back on the spot. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We slid off this edge here, so I got to readjust the boat and get us back. Okay, what happened is we were on a pretty strong bite, and then all of a sudden the boat shifted and the bite shut down, and we moved 5 different spots within the general area, and still the bite was horrible in 45. So I told Chad, I said, well, why don't we move up on the edge of the ledge and see if that will change anything, because sometimes if you go a little shallower for some reason, the fish respond better, especially if the tide's running. So we moved up and we're sitting in 38 feet of water, and sure enough, I just put a 27.5-inch gag in the boat, and we've caught a bunch of other fish right here. So we're gonna continue to work this shallow and see what happens. We're waiting for that tide to slow down. The wind's picked up a little bit, but it was supposed to. But as soon as that tide slows down around 2:06, the major feeding time comes into play. So I think the bite will go off then, especially with this front coming in. They should really go off pretty good. Okay, as you can see, this is the back of the boat, and we're sitting right on the bottom of the ledge, right there. You can see how hard the bottom is.
Simrad.
The Simrad, but the transducer is in the middle of the boat. So you can see there we're sitting in 35, 36 feet of water. Here we're sitting in 38 feet of water, 39. It fluctuates with the waves, but that's telling me that the back of the boat is off right at the end of the ledge, and then the middle of the boat is up on the ledge. So we're positioned perfect. And you can see the fish coming off the bottom here. There. Come on, man. I had the camera on and everything.
No, I hesitated.
Oh, did you?
Well, I thought
Definitely
he got
a fish?
off. Yeah, it was a fish. But then I hesitated, and that's why I seen the line go underneath.
What Chad's trying to do right now is coax that grouper out of its hole, because what happens is if they get down into a hole or into a ledge, they'll flare their gills out, and it wedges them in there. And what happens is if you let line out, or if you play it like a guitar string, if you get it real tight and play it like a guitar string, what will happen is that will aggravate them. Or if you let line out, what will happen is they will usually come out of the hole because they don't feel the pressure anymore. But unfortunately, this one's got Chad in there pretty good. All right, what we're doing is we're waiting on that major feeding time. It's supposed to start at 2:06. It's 1:58 right now, so the tide is finally starting to slow down a little bit. It's been we've caught some fish, but it's been tough. We've caught one 27.5, and then a couple at 23.5 and a 23. So it's been a little bit tough, but I think we're getting ready to get that bite to go off, because we have the major starting and the front is starting to come in a little bit. So I think that barometric change is in that drop is going to get these fish to start feeding. So let's hope so.
Made us hungry.
Hold on.
Those two factors made us hungry today, so fish should cooperate.
You're always
as well.
hungry.
True. But I was hungrier than normal.
He rock you?
Yeah.
Oh! It's funny, folks. I literally just said it's 2:06. What's going on? And he got whacked by a monster. Come on, man. Oh. What do we all say? Chad sucks. It's all good, Chad.
It's all good.
It's all good. All right. The major feeding time is happening right now. And as you just saw, I said it's 2:06, what's going on? And now it's pretty much every bait that's going down. Right now we're catching snapper, which is a little bit surprising, because this spot is typically a grouper spot for us. But I'm not on the exact number, so we're gonna see what we can do. Chad had one on. And then I just got bumped. I just got on the bottom. Oh, son of a. But we sat in this spot for about 10 minutes, and literally I think we caught one fish. And now every bait that's going down, they're eating it. They may not eat this bait that they just touched. Sometimes what we've noticed is that, and I think I've said this before, is if they hit a bait, a lot of times they won't hit it again. I don't know what it is about, at least inside Tampa Bay. When they're fired up, it doesn't matter, but there's times where they'll hit a bait and then they won't come back and hit it again. And you just have to reel it in and get rid of that bait and put a fresh bait on. I just don't know what it is. And sometimes you don't even see that they're marked, but this one is missing his eyeball. So that one's definitely marked. And I'm using white bait, Chad's using pinfish. What happens when the major comes into play? This is a good fish right here.
I hope so, or I'm gonna look ridiculous. If it ain't, he's circling.
I think that's gonna be a keeper. Yeah. He's gonna be right there.
He's on the back line of the board.
Oh, he's barely, I mean, just like a quarter, maybe not even a quarter-inch short.
Relax.
Son of a biscuit.
Sucks again.
Oh!
Yeah, who's getting the shirt now?
Oh, Lord. Oh. Is that a snapper?
Feel like one. I think it is. Yep.
I was trying to catch Chad's action, and then I got one as he was pulling that nice snapper in. Either I have him hooked weird, or this is just a nice fish. Not a big fish.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Not bad. I don't think he's gonna keep. Not bad, but he ain't gonna keep. Uh-oh.
That was ugly.
I caught it on tail.
Snapper? Nope. They're all over that Mango Mania jig head today. Mango orange, whatever it is.
Orange.
Orange. Mango orange. Mango orange.
It's orange.
Probably regret this, but
Oh God. Yeah, you're gonna regret that one. Uh-oh. Oh.
let go of it. But I still got a bait.
Let him run, man. Well, folks, here's my biggest snapper ever. 23 inches. He's a pig. But Chad's got one on. Snapper.
Nowhere near as big as yours.
Well, the bite's been crazy. Unfortunately, I was running out of battery.
And light.
And light.
Not much we didn't run out of today.
There's the cooler. We've got some snapper in there that are 23 inches.
Giant.
Thanks again to everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions, comments, anything, you can visit our YouTube channel, tampabayfishingchannel.com, our Facebook page, Tampa Bay Fishing Channel, or you can go to tampabayfishingchannel.com. If you want to support us, buy some jigs from us. We really appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the flip side.